Wild times.
Top 10 deadliest animals. I'm going to read the animal. You're going to guess the amount of people that they kill each year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then just riff on if you got any stories. Have you been around these animals? Are you scared of them? Number 10.
I bet I can guess number one. Before we start.
I'm sure you'll get number one. I think everyone kind of knows it by now, especially the Brosners. But number 10, lions. How many humans per year?
30 humans per year.
200.
Ooh, okay. I wasn't even close. Okay.
Thoughts?
Yeah, it's if you see a lion, it's very easy to avoid it. It's very easy to stay away from it. It's the ones you don't see. And I think Mitch told the story on the pod a long time ago where he's like, we were with these guys in Zimbabwe and they're like, no, you would never make it. Like you couldn't walk from point A to point B at night. Once the sun's gone down, it doesn't matter what firearm you have or what you're wearing, like you're done. The lions will get you. So, it's situational, like with lions. It's like common sense. If you're not walking at night in the bush in an area heavy with lions, you're fine. Sure. It's okay. If you're like being an idiot, you're fucked.
That was number 10. Number 9, hippos. What's your guess? Okay. So lions was 200.
Yeah.
Hippos is number 9. What's your guess?
So it's got to be, I'm going to go 420.
Good guess. 500 people per year killed by hippos. That's too many.
A lot.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, that sounds bad. They're terrifying.
I don't want that.
They're my number one. We all know that. I talk about it all the time. Hate them. They're terrifying. Don't hate them, but they are terrifying.
At least with a lion kills you and you get a minute to think about it before you're ripped to shreds. It's like, well, I just became part of the food chain.
Totally. Yep.
Whereas the hippo's not going to eat you.
Just out of spite. It's literally just out of spite.
And we talked about the bite force. It's some insane amount. Just, what do you think that experience is like getting killed by a hippo?
It's like being in the teeth of a bulldozer or like a backhoe, whatever those crushing machines are that are just like,
right.
Go straight through you at not like a good speed that's instant. It's awful. Yeah. It's awful.
Number 8, elephants.
Mm-hmm. So if hippos are at 500, then LEs are at a solid, higher than hippos, huh? All right, I'm going to go, they're just a little bit above hippos, 580.
600, good call. Okay. So this is getting trampled, I'm assuming, obviously.
It has to be. Yeah, it has to be. Okay.
Don't want that.
Nope.
That sounds bad.
A lot of that is Indian elephants for sure, because there's so many cases in Asia where Indian elephants, are trapped in small areas and they like go running through a village and kill like 5 people at a time.
Right. Yeah, I've seen those videos.
Yep.
Number 7, one of your favorite animals, crocodiles.
Yeah. They're probably, I'm going to guess 1,000 people a year.
Nailed it.
Yep. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, we all know how I feel about them, and I love them. They're great. When you're in control, they're super easy to deal with. Like when you know where the banks are and you know where they're hunting and you can set the trap or the cage or the snare or whatever. When you're the one just going for a swim, you're fucked. You're fucked.
Yeah, you've seen it firsthand. You know what a crocodile bite looks like.
No bueno.
Yeah, no good. Number 6, this is a surprise to me. Scorpions.
Okay.
Now, don't jump on us. This is this list from sciencefocus.com. We're not getting into the exact genus and species, general category. Scorpions more than crocodiles.
So that means that there's a lot of small venomous scorpions taking lives, probably of youngish kids, India, Africa, South America. They're doing a solid 1,200 a year.
It's a big jump. 3,300.
Wow, big jump. Okay. That's a lot of people dying from scorpions. I had no idea.
Me neither, because I sort of just assumed that I'm sure the ones we have in California and Arizona are not the ones that are killing people.
Correct.
All right, number 5, assassin bugs.
Oh, interesting. I mean, we've talked about assassin beetles on the pod before. Didn't actually think a lot of people died from them. 4,200 people a year.
10,000.
What?
10,000.
10,000 people a year?
They carry a parasite, right? And if you get it, it's called Chagas disease.
Okay.
And the assassin bug, mostly in Latin America, mainly in rural areas of Latin America. They're found, and if you get nailed by you get something called Chagas disease, which is a life-threatening illness from a protozoan parasite.
Ugh, yuck all around.
Bad stuff. So that's number 5. I was surprised by that.
Okay.
Number 4 is, I'm just going to breeze through this. According to this list is dogs, but they're just actually saying that rabies, and they just randomly put it as dogs. That doesn't make sense. 59,000 a year.
Huh. Okay.
I'm actually surprised 59,000 people die of rabies every year, though.
But so that's just rabies? That's not all dog attacks?
I think it's just rabies. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know why they did it this way. Let's just skip it. Number 3, snakes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wait, how many people did they say for dogs?
59,000 from rabies.
Okay. So that's snakes. Let's go 100,000 people a year. There's a lot of people in India that get tagged by snakes, and then a lot of like tea leaf pickers that get tagged by big vipers and things in the tea plantations. They go 100,000 people a year.
And Vietnam, too. Cobra, there's like 10,000 a year in Vietnam alone, just in the rice paddies.
Yep.
Snakes kill 138,000 humans per year on average.
That is a lot. And yet I play with them and throw them on my producers every time I can.
All right, so number 2, you think you know number 1, so what's number 2?
Well, number 2. Fleas and ticks? Is that a group?
No, we'll call it a group, but it's not correct. This is a trick. Okay. Number 2, human beings.
Come on.
Only including homicides, 400,000 a year. Dumb. What's number 1 for us?
Mosquitoes.
What do you think? How many?
1 million people a year.
Yeah, it says 725,000 humans per year.
It's a
Obviously,
lot.
That's probably almost exclusively malaria or malaria and other stuff, right?
Dengue, malaria, so on and so forth. But yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we all know that it's the most dangerous animal on the planet, even though it's the most irritating and the one that you think about the least.
It's my least favorite.
100%. If there were no negative ramifications for wiping out mosquitoes to other species, I had the ability to like Thanos it, snap the fingers and they disappear, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Who wouldn't? I hate mosquitoes.
I mean, this is so stupid, but like, would it really be that bad? Like, it almost seems worth the risk of just getting rid of them.
I mean, I agree with you. They're awful, but it's the trickle down effect would be so much bigger than you think it would be. Of
course. I'm sure it would just ruin everything immediately.
Yep,
we would just be like, oh, we just ended the world. That's shit.
No question.
They suck. What was your biggest surprise on the list?
I didn't think elephants were that high, especially not above hippos and things like that. I mean, I know that elephants kill a few people a year, but they don't want to. Right. I don't know how else to put that. Whereas a lot of those other animals sort of do want to. Hippos just have foul fucking tempers. Crocodiles want to eat you. I know. I assumed like sharks would have been at number 10 with like 10 deaths a year or something like that.
Right.
I didn't realize like elephants made the list. That's interesting.
What's your guess on shark attack deaths per year?
Like 10.
I'm just going to tell you the first source I find.
Sure. I'm guessing 10.
Let's see. Well,
close.
Listen to this. This is shocking. You know what? It's all broken down by country.
Sure.
Okay. No, this says worldwide about 10 per year. Shark attack deaths.
That was my guess.
16 shark attacks per year in the U.S., but only an average of 1 out of 30 results in a death.
But they called attacks like, remember when there was that like 2 or 3 in New Jersey at the same time where like people got like their foot nipped?
Yeah.
And like it didn't even require stitches.
Like when you got tagged by the lemon shark, like exactly. That theoretically would have been an attack.
That's a shark attack. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, those things are all a little bit warped. But anyway, look, it's a good list. I like going over those lists. I think people don't think about those things. I think they look at them and go, fun. Oh, yeah, it's fun. Who knows? Who knows about that stuff? So it's interesting.
Wild times. games.
So if you want more behind the scenes stuff that we cannot show on YouTube, Darwin Awards, video breakdowns and reviews, check out the Patreon. It's full of hours and hours of incredible exclusive content, stuff that you guys are gonna love. Swipe up, click the link, do the thing, come and hang out on Patreon. See you guys there.